Yeah, I want to. This is a disclaimer. I'm not here trying to promote myself as some kind of Superman or anything like that, or look at me, I'm a badass. It's not about that. But, you know, having been in a violence-based place, having been in situations in my life that were all about violence.
Hi, my name is Mike Soto. I'm a martial arts coach, combatives consultant with over 40 years of researching, learning, and teaching martial arts. I want to invite you to my new video course, Fundamental Skills for Martial Arts and Fighting. The contents of this video series is based on my extensive research in Muay Thai, Western boxing, and Chinese and Filipino martial arts. In this course, you will learn some essential skills that will create a more connected and relaxed body structure that will allow you to deliver more power in your strikes. These body skills will create a more efficient way to use any offensive or defensive technique. You will also learn some essential footwork to guarantee the delivery of your techniques. These skills can be applied to enhance any martial arts practice and can greatly benefit anyone from beginners to advanced practitioners, regardless of style. Don't miss this opportunity to bring your martial arts skills to the next level.
It's a different perspective than if I was not, or I was learning martial arts under a different mindset, right? It's just logical. It's logical, right? So having been in a very violent environment due to several factors for several years of my life, it is inevitable to encounter true real-world violence that is nothing like what you would expect or you see or feel in any training facility, no matter how hard or how much you're winning or losing, whether it's a combative sport or a self-defense thing. The street is very different, and it's not about you and, okay, now you and I are going to fight. We said some bad words to each other. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about an explosive situation where you're going to live or you're going to die at that moment. And when you experience this or you witness this on a regular basis, human beings attacking each other that way, without regard of human life nor sympathy, that's a different modality and a different mentality that most people have never experienced. Hopefully they won't, but you should know about it and you should learn how to deal with it. Because when it comes, I hope it never does, but it's very shocking. And we hear the news everywhere. You know, when you hear about things about violence, the horrible things that happen to people and the kinds of crimes that are committed towards people, that because they were not just really a lot of times mentally prepared, you know. But me personally, yes, I you know, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you want to look at it, have experience in that particular mindset. This is why I talk about it so much. Not to say like look at me, I'm some kind of badass or whatever. No. I'm still a beginner and learning. There's so much for me to learn, even though I've been involved 40 plus years in martial arts. There's always new layers. So there's much more to learn. But I have had personal experience where I have experienced violence repeatedly and had to deal with it with these particular set of mindset skills, or wouldn't have turned out the way I would have liked. Attacked with weapons. I've been attacked or ambushed is the best way. Ambushing. Being ambushed by a bigger, stronger opponent, right? And that's why I say that at this time, what really works in those situations is when you have a core set of principles of what makes martial arts work. What makes your body generate power? What makes this angle more favorable for this strike? What makes explosiveness be good from 0 to 60 right away? When you have concepts and principles, that to me, I came to that conclusion, but others did before me too, because they have, violence has been here forever and forever will be here. So I'm not reinventing the wheel here. I discovered the same thing that I had heard others say that came from that environment, and I have to agree. So yes, in my personal situations, I had to come to the understanding that the things that were told to me by the elders and people that came from violent backgrounds that developed their martial arts, they evolved in that environment, they were totally correct, right? Because it is what it is.
Okay, guys, don't forget to subscribe, to share the video with people that you think might benefit from the information. Make sure and like and comment. Any questions that you may have, feel free to ask, and I'll do my best to answer them.
So being conceptual and principle based, explosive, aggressive, decisive, no fear, ending it soon, whatever that means for whatever people, whatever it takes to end it, incapacitate the person where they can no longer move, or if it takes to, it's either your life or theirs, right? It has to go there. I hope that never happens, right? But there's another thing, you may have people that show techniques and but have they ever killed a person? Have they ever had a bladed weapon, and do they know what it's like to penetrate human skin and have it stuck on somebody's torso while someone's wiggling and fighting? Do you know what it's like for how they react? Do you know what it's like to have a weapon, that's like being pushed under your jaw? Do you know what it's like to be bound in your ankles on a chain while there's people that are supposed to come over and put a gun to your head and pull the trigger? Well, you start talking about these really ugly things, and suddenly it's like, whoa. It's nothing to do with martial art. But as a martial artist, then how does your training and what do you do, and how does that translate in that situation? If you don't have those experiences, you can never formulate that, right? You're lacking that, which I don't wish it upon anyone, right? But you can learn the second best from people that have been in those situations and can transmit to you the importance, the aggression, training that mindset out of you, training specific ways for you to then become familiar with that. Shall you ever encounter that, you can turn that on. Some people are more naturally aggressive than others, right? Like everything else. So it depends on who and what and how you can do this. There's several ways to get to the top of the mountain, right? But I'm talking about this specific way. So yes, unfortunately, I've had a lot of violence in my life because it's situational and where I was and what you're involved with, and it's a violent environment. So this is why I'm very passionate about that and like to speak about it. A lot of people don't understand it, nor they want to know. But I'll tell you what, you'd be surprised what an open hand can do. And compared to a fist, like knuckles, and when you are like fight or flight mode, and you can't even think straight, and you're feeling strength and stuff coming from all ways, and there's no time to really look at and assess an opponent. It's just happening to you. That's a different deal. When around the corner there's another person that may get involved there if you don't finish quickly. That sense of urgency, that brings a different quality, and it condenses a lot of techniques to things that your body can do that is just almost automatic, the way the body moves, the way the body more efficiently will throw something or push or pull something. What do you want to hit, right? What do you want to hit? The quicker you create an injury, the better it's going to be for you, right? So you can think right away, I've got an opponent, this is life or death. Well, if you can't see, if you can't breathe, if your brain is jarred and you're knocked out, you're unconscious, or one of your limbs is injured, then I don't have to worry so much. So right there, there's a condensation of things you need to focus on, right? For this particular type of martial arts, for real life violence, right away. So to weaponize your training and to make it more natural, of course, natural ways of generating power in the body that don't require a lot of distance, and how to efficiently get to right away. Imbalance an opponent, because they don't have balance, they cannot move efficiently towards you. And as far as injuring, rattling the brain, bluntly, repeatedly, until they can no longer be awake. What happened to attack the eyes, where you can create severe damage or enough to get away. Affect the limb, where it's hyperextended or broken. The throat, so soft, right? Choking, right? Things that allow you not to breathe, right? So these are the things you start to focus on, like, wait a minute, and you can condense things, and then you have to train them in a particular mindset. Not like, oh, poke the eye, oh, I kick over here, and that doesn't work like that. Maybe the first day, while you're trying to know what to do, right? But this has to be, it's immediately, it's like it explodes. There's no time for moving, and I parry, and I hit you. That's a different game. So, yes, unfortunately, I've been through not good situations where I've had to use this particular mindset of skills. But I can tell you that using angles, a 45-degree angle, and the palm of the hand, when you can generate power almost anywhere in the body that you can hit, it's a tremendous weapon.